Hey there, thanks for stopping by. So, there has been a ton of progress made in the last 30 days on this game. This video is going to just highlight some of the changes that have been made, the additions that have been made, the improvements that are in the game, whether it's graphics or just the fighting abilities or the mechanics or the gameplay itself. Uh, my mind is still kind of blown just by playing it for like the last couple hours and the improvements that have been made. So I I hope you guys can see the difference. I'll highlight a lot of the differences and stuff, but if this doesn't get you excited for this game, I'm not sure what's going to. So let's jump right in. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and refer back to this video that I made. It was the alpha showcase. It was probably about, I don't know, about 3 weeks, 4 weeks ago or something like that. I mean, I'm going to play the video and then I'm going to show you the updates and the graphics and stuff like that. And it's just amazing. It's amazing the amount of progress that's been made in 30 days. So let's go ahead and look at a lot of these builds in the Forge, and then we'll look at some of the similar ones, at least, in the current game. So with that, here's the Archon, mostly epic. Here's the Titan. And then here comes the Judge. And here comes the Void Watcher, and finally the Nazari. So pretty, it's still a little bit grainy and stuff like that, and still a lot of work to be done. But what I want to do is I want to kind of highlight the Judge here, because it's one of my favorite classes, just aesthetics and stuff like that. You can see, I mean, it's got some granularity there. The details really aren't there. The coloring and shading aren't that great. Let's hop over to the game in its current form and go build a Judge with a very similar build. I think it had mostly legendary stuff. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll just put the epics on there. So just look at the immense difference in just the quality of the graphics. I mean, there's a really cool feature now that we requested for toggling the UI, so you can actually go ahead and just toggle them around the whole way. I mean, look at how much detail you can actually pick up now in this. You see the faces pretty clearly, really clearly. You've got all this detail on the wings. You've got the detail coming off the cloak. The shading's really awesome. You're picking up all the colors. You're picking up these minor details and stuff like that. The amount, the amount of detail that you're getting in 30 days of progress, that's insane. I think the update from just a graphics perspective was well worth the wait. But even the gameplay that's been updated is amazing. So I'm ecstatic with these graphic updates and stuff like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop around on a couple of these. We'll make some builds that are kind of pure. There's the Void Watcher in its glory. I mean, look at this. Look at the shading and look at the coloring that's going on in here. I mean, the details just coming off the glow of these, these, I don't know, these runes or whatever you want to call them, but that's amazing. And if we hop back over to the other video here with the Void Watcher, I think it comes up next. Look at the difference, right? I mean, not exact build, but look at the difference. Look at the difference in the highlighting. And in fact, why don't I just do this? Why don't I just go ahead and show you side by side, right? Here's it, the update. Here's the previous one. I mean, look at the glow. Look at the details that are coming out of this new build. It's insane. It's so much progress, and it's awesome to see it. So let's go ahead and look at just some gameplay. We'll go out into the main menu and we'll just go into the campaign or waves, doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and pick up this this Incarnate. Let's go a low level. So what I want to show you, why don't I hop into the video and get back to kind of the start area. All right, here we go. So I want to start here and kind of show you just blowing that up. That's, you know, what the game kind of looked like. You see the Titan here. You know, you can make sure you can see it's a Titan, but it's not in great detail. You got the Judge wings here, and this is the Nazari, the exact same Nazari that I have in the game right now. So if we just kind of watch it, you know, that's what it looked like 30 days ago. So it's coming in. There's the gameplay. So you can see kind of a lack of detail and stuff like that. Now let's go into the current game. So we've got significant, you know, highlighting and stuff like that. But my goodness, look at the increased detail that we have on this Incarnate. And if I hop off, there we go. Look at how amazing that looks. And you get to see all the details. I mean, look at you can see the muscles coming out. You can see the mask up there, different colors. The highlighting, I mean, holy crap. And it plays like that. That's the actual gameplay now. I mean, you saw it previously and it was, you know, kind of granular and pixelated, and now it is smooth. It is looking good. So I'm just super impressed by just the details and the graphics that have come along in the last, again, 30 days, just 30 days. That's how impressed I am with this team of, you know, Skeleton Hand developers. So, you know, if I go ahead and click off that and do that same exact move that we saw in, you know, the video and kind of just pop it in there. I mean, look at that. I mean, just the details. You see all the details and you go compare it again. If I just wind back just a hair to what it was. Look at that. It's not even, it doesn't even compare. It's amazing. All right, so I'm going to stop gushing about that and actually get into kind of the updates that this release had. So we'll go ahead and leave that. I'll go to the main menu. So what's changed in the alpha to this pre-beta state? So one of the major things you could probably see on the screen is they've added echoes. And echoes are the ability to summon full incarnates. And you have 3 different types. And I think there's actually 4. But I haven't seen any resonant ones yet. But the minor, major, and transcendent. The minor gives you, you know, lower level parts that you can actually that you can use. You know, focusing more on the common parts, you have the ability to get some of the rares, and you still have the ability, I think, to get some of the epics. You get into the majors, now you're starting to focus on, you're getting rare parts, getting epic parts, and you have a chance for getting legendary parts. And getting into the transcendence, you have more opportunity to get the epic and the legendary parts. So the percentage of the drops for those increase. We'll just summon one, so I can call a memory. Basically, that's what it is. The echoes are memory, so I'm going to call an echo. So there's the animation and little rattle there, and there we go. We just summoned a full incarnate, and I got really lucky on that, getting a epic part and even a rare part out of there. They're 2 stars, so not super powerful. We'll have to ascend those up, but it shows you that you can get those epics and rares out of the minor echoes, and it's a full incarnate, right? So you have that incarnate that you can use. If you don't like the combination of parts and the build that it has, you can just go ahead and reclaim those and get the parts back, and then go ahead and forge other builds with those parts. What I haven't tested out actually yet is the 10 pull. So I do have enough for 10 pulls, and let's go ahead and try it. Oh, there you go. I can't try it. It's grayed out. But that looks like that feature is going to come at some point. So be on the lookout for that. So let's go ahead and look at the major. We'll go ahead and call that. So it's got a little bit more graphics and animations on the actual echo itself. Very similar animation for the summoning itself. And, you know, I didn't get so lucky that time. I got just rare parts. But now, again, I have all those parts and that, that incarnate to play with. You know, Sham did say, I was talking to him earlier, that this is a little bit of a weird visual effects going on back here, and that'll get cleaned up and stuff like that. But man, just the improvement, just adding the echoes in the game, that's really exciting. You get that kind of RNG, pull factor, and you get really excited to start pulling some echoes and some really good builds. So that was a big addition to the game. So I don't have any Transcendents, so I won't pull those, but that's what the Transcendent looks like. Again, more animations coming off there. So let's go back to the main menu. So the hall's improved a little bit. You can see the Archons now have a background when they didn't before. I mean, that's just a really cool background. Just, kind of like, I don't know, for me, it feels like they're in like a server rack or something like that, and more tech-based, cybernetic, Incarnate. And, just got the rotating spheres out there, and just looks pretty damn awesome. So that's the new one there, and I think the Nizari, if I can find one, here we go. So the Nizari also has a new background, so kind of desert wasteland kind of background, desolate, purple like their theme. But yeah, it's pretty awesome, and I love this toggle UI option. It seems like a really silly option to have. Maybe it's not silly, but really simple. But it kind of bursts, you can take a screenshot of this now, and it's actually like good enough quality that you can actually pop it as your background, and it just looks stellar. So I love this toggle UI option. I'm glad they implemented it here. I don't think, the Titan didn't really change too much. I mean, it looks like the coloring has changed a little bit on the lava, and obviously everything's gotten a lot more smooth. A little bit better texture and better shading. So that's the change there. The Judge, that's the wrong one. So the Judge background didn't change much, just again, better shading and better graphics. And we'll go ahead and look at the Void Watcher, and that one didn't change much either, but definitely better graphics for sure. So I'm super pumped that the graphics again have been updated. So that's the hall. The Forge, nothing really much has changed there. So, pretty similar expectations there for the Forge, that you're just going to go ahead and scroll through the parts and all that stuff. So we won't go into that. We'll go into the Veil, and that actually has had a significant amount of changes. So now there's this menu on the left-hand side. So you can actually go ahead and actually convert some of your I believe they're called relics, possibly shards. I'm not entirely sure. I'm still learning that one, but I think they're called the relics. You can go ahead and convert them up to the, I think these are minor, major, and probably greater, or transcendent shards or relics. So that's pretty cool that we can actually convert those. So as we grind the game up and we need to get those for reclaiming or sending parts and stuff like that, we'll have the ability to do that instead of actually just hunting for them. So that's pretty cool. Then we have the Veil for the Eternals. So all of these are locked, but different screen, very different from last time. Void abilities looks very similar. Void focus looks very similar, and the Void incarnates look very similar. But yep, and there's your echo summoning portal there. So the Veil has been updated a little bit, so same functionality, just a little bit different look. So then another update here is the waves. So the waves, we no longer fight them in waves of 3 and groupings of 3. So we actually just go ahead and you can go ahead and select any wave you want, and you actually see all of the enemies pop up in this wave. So we're not fighting just 3 enemies, then fighting another 3, then fighting another 3. We're fighting 5 enemies during the wave, and once you kill these 5, that wave is done. So they made that change just to make it feel better. And again, it's really just a sandbox. It's not going to be there for the live release, but if you need to grind some experience and some drops and stuff like that, the waves mode is a great way to get that in the pre-beta version, which this is. So check that out for sure. And we'll go off into the last area, but one of the biggest updates in the game is the campaign. So they did the emergence. Again, that's the tutorial piece of the game. So go through that if you're starting in the pre-alpha. Go through the tutorial and finish the emergence, and then you'll get into Tethys. And in the last build, we only had 1 level of this. finished, and now we have all the levels of Tethys finished, culminating in the first boss, Valgoth. So finished all those, got onto Valgoth, and I actually go ahead and show you what the boss is all about. And actually, I found a kind of probably a broken skill, but I won't use that on the easy mode just to explain it. So we'll just go ahead and pick a couple random ones here. It doesn't really matter. Easy is supposed to be able to, you're supposed to be able to kind of do it with level 10-ish incarnates. But there's your first look at the boss. So he starts immediately with an attack on everybody in a pull of 3 spaces. So you saw that there. But look at this guy. Big friggin' hammer. Just kind of demonic looking, coming from hell, kind of Titan based boss. So he looks awesome. And again, if the shading and the graphic updates, they've been huge. I love them. So he's kind of got this portal that he's coming out of. He's holding the hammer. He sits on this platform. He doesn't move from that platform, but he does do a bunch of abilities. So we'll go ahead and look at that here. So he does Poison Well, so attacks all units within range of 3 and push them back 4 spaces. So that is currently on off cooldown, so I can go ahead and actually get in range of that. So I'll just get out here, and I'm still 4 spaces away, so I'll go ahead and move here, and I'll skip my other turn so you can see what that looks like. So and that turn, and there, and there. So there he goes. So there's the push. So I was here, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 spaces. So he was pretty fast. So he was faster than everybody else. So he kind of lapped us. And he actually used, what was it? Fissure Bane. So attacks all units on cracked ground and lower all cracked ground to the lowest depth. Also damages and burns enemies in area of 1 of Bane pools. So you can kind of see down here, that purple streak, it's actually random. So it will be different each time you fight the boss. But it attacked that area, brought the squares down to the lowest space or lowest depth, and now it has a poison on there. So if I actually go ahead and get in here and travel this way, you'll see that, whoops, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, and that. So now I start getting some debuffs. I get these acid burns. So the interesting thing about this is that as you move each square, you get another stack or another debuff of that acid burn. It doesn't spread like normal burns and stuff like that, but you get additional stacks every time you move those spaces. So try to avoid moving inside those spaces as much as possible, so you don't keep getting those stacks and just keep increasing the damage that you take. Try to avoid just getting in there in general, obviously, because you don't want to take damage. But that's that ability called Fissure Bane. Tainted Crack, that was the very first ability that you saw. It was that attack everybody and pull them 3 spaces. And then he's got create Bane zombies, so he should use that now. Yep, there it is. So that's Secret of the Ooze. So create Bane zombies in a random Bane pool. So each of these are a Bane pool. Bane zombies push targets when attacking and also damage and burn all units in area 1 on death. So they will attack and burn me and push me. And then here's just that Bane pools if you want to read that. That's what these are. And then acid burn is just like I said, like I was explaining, the burns don't spread like a normal burn does. So that's the boss. Again, if you're level 10-ish on all your incarnates, you should be able to take down the easy with decent builds. If you're around a level, I think 30 or so, you'll be able to do the medium. Level 50-ish, you'll be able to do the hard. And level 60 with really good builds, you should be able to do the insane. But I'll go ahead and give you a little treat here. I'm going to get out of here and do the insane and show you how I beat the insane. It, again, I'm pretty sure the ability is broken, or my build is, or my account has some issues going on with it, because this should not be possible. All right, so I'm going to show you how I did this. Like I said, when you're trying to face Insane, the recommendation is to be at level 60 with good builds. I'm going to bring in a level 32 and a level 13. So I should have no reason whatsoever and no chance whatsoever to be able to beat this boss. But I'm going to beat it because I'm pretty sure either the skill's broken or my account has something going on with it. So we'll go ahead and use it. And if you see this and you want to beat the boss, just and cheese it like this, feel free, go ahead. But I'm pretty sure it'll get fixed pretty soon. So he did that first attack, that attack everybody pull 3. I'm just going to speed myself up here, get myself some movement increase. It doesn't really matter where this Incarnate goes. I'm going to take another turn because Seeker gives you another turn. Just go ahead and use Convict right here. All right. And that turn. So there's that push from Poison the Well because I was within 3. All right, so here's where the magic happens. I just have to go ahead and get to this space here, pop down Emergence, which gives me a whole bunch of rifts on these spaces. And then I've got my follow-up Incarnate here with Fission, which can actually target those rifts that the other Incarnate just made. And I can use it on this one, and then basically what it's going to do is going to destroy the target rift and then use that HP to attack and heal in area 3. So I'm 1, 2, 3 spaces away. So this is going to hit the boss and one-shot him for like 1.6 million or 160,000. I couldn't see what it was, but I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be able to one-shot the boss. So I'm obviously going to feed that back, but I just figured it'd be funny to show it to you guys, and hopefully you enjoyed it. But, I don't really have strats right now for the boss because it just came out, a few hours ago. And I don't have a ton of builds going on. I'm actually going to get my account reset tomorrow because a lot of things are just not acting right because I had previous builds carry over unintentionally. So I'm pretty sure something's going on with that. But, I can officially say I've one-shot the boss on Insane. I'm not sure anybody else can say that. But if you can, congrats. Maybe it's a world first, who knows? I'll take my accolades now because I'm sure there's going to be so many people that are way better at this game in the future that I'll probably never get a chance to claim a world first again. Those are all the highlights that came from the alpha build to this pre-beta build. All right, so if you couldn't tell, I'm pretty hyped about the graphics and the updated graphics in this game. It just makes the game feel so much more polished. It feels so much more fun to play it. One thing I didn't really show you, or really actually it's more let you listen to, they actually added some music in the background of the game. I'm going to let you guys check that out. I really like it. It's got a pretty good feel for one of my, kind of favorite genres of movies. So you guys go ahead and check it out. Let me know in the comments below what you think about the background music. If you haven't gotten involved in this game yet, what are you doing? I mean, it looks amazing, right? So definitely get involved in the game. Come join the Discord. If you are a hellhades.com paid member right now, you can get access right now. We're playing it. If you're a non-paid member, next week you will get access. So come join the Discord. Let us know that you're part of that community. If you have an alpha key, let me know in the Discord. I'll get you your key for the game and your passcode basically, and get you set up. I don't know if there's going to be more competitions for beta keys moving forward. I heard some rumors about that, so maybe there will be some more beta key giveaways. We'll see. I know there's going to be competitions coming up with the people that are involved in the testing right now. So if you're playing right now, you've probably got about 2, maybe 3 weeks to, grind out the game, get some new incarnates, and build up some strong teams, because there's probably going to be a competition for some pretty sweet prizes at the end of that. So I know Sham's going to provide an announcement on that pretty soon, so look out for that. But let me know in the comments what you think about the graphics. Let me know what you think about the boss. I know I kind of cheesed the boss there and you didn't get to see the whole fight. But again, I'll put more effort into another video on just the boss itself when we're talking about strategies. Let me know what you think about the echoes and what you like about those. Let me know if you like, just the gameplay updates. They made a huge change with the mechanics of movement and stuff like that, so that was pretty cool. I didn't really touch on that, but that's something that if you've played before, you're going to find it amazing. If you haven't played yet, it's just going to feel like it's normal part of the game. But with that, yeah, I mean that's I'll wrap it up here. Again, I do really appreciate you guys supporting this channel. All the support's been fantastic so far. If you like, the content or this video, feel free to hit that like button. If you like the content, feel free to subscribe. It doesn't really cost anything. Helps get the videos out to a wider audience, which we want, right? If you're interested in this game, these videos go out to a wider audience. We can showcase it to a wider audience by hitting that like and subscribe button. So definitely take advantage of that. And with that, again, I really do appreciate all the support I've gotten. Appreciate you guys watching, and I hope you have another great day, and we will see you in the next one.